Definitely. So, I got more trash for you, chat. I got more tonight, okay? What I say? All gas, no brakes. Do the Belle Delphine thing? All right, I'll do it in 2 seconds. She can make whatever kind of porn she wants. Hidden Mongrel, thanks for the 6 months. Done. That's literally it. You can make whatever kind of porn you want. There is obvious consent in there. You can you can make porn that simulates lack of consent. That's a thing you can do. You can do it. That's it. That's the whole thing. If you have a problem with that, that's okay. It doesn't have to be for you. But that's a sex worker doing a thing that she is consenting with, who I assume is whoever the other person is. That I think is, I don't partake in the Belle Delphine porn. I'm not a porn person really, which is strange. I'm a coomer. But as far as there's been a recent thing about the Belle Delphine. There was drama around it. She made a video or pictures or both. Claude Rex, thanks so much for the community sub. I'm assuming it's video of simulated like tied up in the woods. Like a what's it called? Simulated non-consent. I don't know why my brain was. I just said it. So like the subject matter of the porn is really sus. No, it wasn't. No, it literally wasn't. You can make that porn. You can do that by yourself. You can do that in your home. You can absolutely do simulated non-consent in your home or wherever with however many partners consent to the activity. It's 100% fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Your sexual practices are fine. It's not promoting doing that. It's just a sexual practice that people like. If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. It's not a big deal. But someone can do that. It's their consent to do it, and then you consented to watch it when you paid for it. You know what I'm saying? When you know what I mean? Like consent was involved. That's a different thing. So there is some other stuff. Like this thing is fine. Consensual non-consent. Yeah, that's what it's called. But the other thing where Belle, there's rumors. I don't know if this is true. I don't really follow the Belle stuff. I just found about this like yesterday maybe. There was some rumors that back in the day when she was underage, she was distributing her own nudes to people, which, I mean, it's her consent, but it is, it's there's a big gray line there because underage. Session, thanks for the 3 months. And it depends on who that was disseminated to and all of that. I guess it was in a private Discord to people. I don't know. But, or maybe privately to just specific people. I can't remember. But then there was also rumors that she was doing that for other minors at the time as well. In which case, that's pretty sus and probably not a great thing, obviously. Now, was consent involved? Who was seeing it? Who was being exploited? Whatever. I have no idea. But obviously, that's way different conversation than what we were just having, which is an adult having consensual or consenting non-consensual sex. Like, I don't care. That's a thing you get to do. Highly illegal, but a minor doing that with other minors is a gray area that I don't think a lot of times happen, because usually you're worried about the exploitation. And if it's a bunch of 17-year-olds sharing nudes with each other, we just haven't as a society met the internet age on the same ground that it exists on. And so is it unethical to show your own body to somebody? Like, I'm trying to find the ethical issue. And the ethical issue would be if it was disseminated outside of the group, which it almost certainly was. But is that on the people sharing the nudes or the people that share this secondarily share them? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know anything about that situation to really take a hard stance on it. I find no ethical problem with you as a minor sharing consensually without coercion or any way that could seem unethical. If it's just like, I want you to see my naked body for whatever reason that is, as long as it's not coerced. A non-coerced that. A 17-year-old sending another 17-year-old a picture of themselves, there's no ethical issue with that. Kids are sexual. They can have sex with each other. Why can't they share pictures of each other? I don't know. I think it's actually a step back, right? So it's a weird ethical ground we haven't come to laws for, and I'm not super like the what's it called? The Romeo and Juliet laws and shit, where you got to be between like within 2 years of each other when you're dating and stuff. Like there's some things there that some people go on sex offender lists that really don't deserve it because they were having consensual relations with another consenting person that just happened to be under 18, and then the parents get mad because they have some sort of hang up about how the chastity of their child. It's really fucking stupid. Session, thanks for the 3 months. Yeah, but 15-year-olds get charged. They have naked pics of their girlfriends on front, which I think is so stupid and wrong. Look, again, if there, yes, but even the CNC scenes she was made presented sort of infantilize the child, like, a brand being infantilized, it makes me uncomfortable. Well, it can make you uncomfortable, but it's not unethical. You get to be uncomfortable by things that aren't ethical all the time. Eating beets makes you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like having I don't know. I don't like the feel of that. You know when you take your fingernail on certain materials like notebook covers and some of them go zzz, if you move your fingernails on them, that drives me fucking crazy. It makes me super uncomfortable. Not unethical to have them. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big difference. Chalkboards, yeah. So if something makes you feel icky, you're valid, but it doesn't make someone else bad for it. I agree, but what if they open it on a family computer, like in an iMessage or something like that, or email? There's multiple adults in the house, such a great... Well, so accidentally stumbling upon your daughter or son's, or just your child in general's fucking naked body on your family computer, which nobody has anymore because we're not boomers. Everyone has their own devices. Who uploads nudes to their family computer? Anyway... even if that was to happen, I don't think it's your fault for stumbling upon someone's nudes in your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, we're talking about ethics, right? We're talking about like actual situations where people are being exploited. We're not talking about some kid's dick. You know what I mean? Oh, I took a picture of my ding dong so I could show my girlfriend. Okay. Show your girlfriend your ding dong, dude. I don't care. I upload nudes to a shared folder. Well, okay, that's weird, but I mean, live your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I need a folder of nudes, but hey, if y'all want to be that way, if y'all want to have nude folders, do it. I don't know how that works for y'all. Maybe you're in. There's got to be mutual fappination happening. You know what I'm saying? Because I have hundreds. Thanks for IW Curly for giving a tier 1 sub to 877 cash. Meow. I'm uncomfortable sending nudes to a man who has seen me nude. I don't understand. But not to someone who hasn't. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so you should always consider ethics involved with this. Is someone being exploited and who is it? If no one's being exploited, is someone being, I don't know, harmed in some way other than exploitation? Okay, then we have to assess it. In this case, it just seems like something that, excuse me, not a lot of people are into. That's fine. How much longer are you planning on streaming? Till I'm done, Matthew. I have no idea. So, we'll probably go at least another couple hours. I got a cough. There's so many things about consensual non-consent. I mean, choking is one of those things, right? Choking could be something like that, where it's like, I mean, that could be a violent act, but like a lot of people are into it.
Her ramble was just a
Naylock, thanks for following. Sending nudes in general. Oh, you don't understand sending nudes in general? Are you ace? I don't mean that in a shitty way. I mean, like, if you're ace, I understand why you wouldn't understand. Or do you just not understand, like, wanting other people to see your naked body? I don't know. Some people have hang-ups about that. That's fine. You get to feel however you want about that, really. Air and blood play aren't consensual non-consent. Air and blood what? No, but it could be, right? but it could be part of consensual non-consent. Like it starts getting towards the line of like sexual violence. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what the point is. I don't know. There's lots of aspects of that gets close to it. What's your take on people getting mad about Belle not having a CW? What's a CW? I don't know what. I don't know a lot about Belle, so I don't know what this means. I'm Demi, and I don't understand why I'm uncomfortable seeing news. Oh, it's So it might. Well, Demi has to do with someone's personality and intellect and stuff like that. So that could be because you associate sexuality with things other than the physical, of course. It could be latent stuff based on how you were brought up. I don't know if you're religious or you just had a conservative household or you had a sex negative situation, or maybe the naked body doesn't turn you on. I mean, there's lots of reasons that could happen, and you're totally fine for doing that. But maybe just consider the reasons, the CW, where they did the Smallville, right? That's content warning. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't ever do. I rarely say just CW, unless it's on Twitter. But yeah. No. I mean, I would prefer a content warning, obviously, but I mean, like that's something you learn over time as you do that. You know what I mean? Like. Hopefully, in the future, there's content warnings for that kind of shit, obviously, but also what was the title of the thing? Was it called like fucking like Hunted in the Woods by a Sex Pest? Like I don't know what it was called. So you can usually tell also a little bit of stuff. So not that that's an excuse not to have a content warning, but like what there's context to be taken. So yeah. Consensual non-consent is specifically rape play, and my issue well, sure, but what I'm saying is the idea of other stuff. And I was trying to avoid that word. But my issue with Belle's picture was putting them on Twitter. Yeah, but then you got to follow her. I don't know. I tend to agree with you. I tend to agree that it's probably not cool to do it that way, and at least you should do it in a censored way. But even so, like this is something that she hopefully learns over time with the content warnings and stuff like that. So, yeah. Content warnings will probably end up being mandatory down the line as a different form of how the FCC, instead of rating things, just doing content warnings, I think is more ideal. Because there's no reason that between 12 and 13, there's some sort of fundamental change in your outlook towards PG-13 movies, you know what I'm saying? Or being 17 makes you see an R-rated movie. Like, just having the content warnings, I think, is much more useful and itemized, and I think that will be the way it goes. Almost certainly. Yeah. I think that's reasonable, too. It was called Perfect First Date. Yeah, then, that was obviously... I thought that was just the tweet, but I mean, like, either way, that's obviously not a good way to communicate that. So, yeah. I agree with you on this front. I don't agree that you can't make the content. Does that make sense? I tend to agree with a lot of the other stuff. Yeah. Like, the orbiting stuff around this conversation seems to be pretty reasonable that people are asking. But a lot of people are just like, you just can't do that at all. And it's like, no, you can. You can fuck however you want with consent. Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't send nudes in a server either, and I'm sorry that happened to you. But yeah, the way that works, to a single person is definitely a much more. It's a much safer approach, I think, and then you can really put the culpability on one person if that got out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. These content warnings for horror movies because I don't want to go blind without knowing there's a rape. I don't want to go in blind. I see. Yeah. Totally need to be handled better. Totally agree. Y'all read porn titles? What? I like the idea that your porn searches are just like literally dice rolls where you just like don't take any information and you're just like, we'll see what happens. If I come, I come. If he dies, he dies. Anyway. I'm feeling lucky. Click. True. Is that still a button? I don't think it is. So we got more trash chat. That was a nice little interlude there on the Belle Delphine thing that I didn't really care about that you made me talk about, but that's fine. We had a good conversation.